Hey, what's up? It's Whistle, and welcome back to another episode of Timberborn. In the last episode of Timberborn, we got a couple things started. We didn't really wind up building all that much, unfortunately. I'm not sure why, but we will try to get that sorted out in this one. We are also getting pretty good progress on our dam over here, and I am setting us up in the future for some other stuff. So let's just take a super quick tour around before we get into the video. I guess I definitely want to start with this forester here. So these are all going to be maples, and this is going to be a crap ton of wood once it winds up coming in, and it's going to help us immensely because it's just going to have to go from here to the dam. The other thing that I did is I started clearing out this area and set up a dam. This dam here is going to keep this water nice and full, so I can turn this into a tiny little farm area. Because I don't need a whole bunch of farmland. I'm gonna be using this up here with the greenery here, so I might, put all these little plateaus as farms and just make little rivers. But for the moment, if I just get this started at food, we'll be good. Granted, we do have 8,000 food and 4,000 water. So I think we are probably going to be pretty fine on both of those, to be honest. I'm just doing this real quick. So I guess we will head into our next district. So in between episodes, mostly, I worked on expanding some of this. I blew up all of this area here, so I can start placing stuff in that. Not quite sure what exactly I'm going to use the space for, but it is nice to have. I might even need one more farmhouse, but we'll see once this one gets filled in, and we'll give it a little bit of time, blah, blah, blah. The other thing I could do is put a baker's hut in here as well, just to kind of get the potatoes grilled. I also do have the dynamite over here started, so this is going to turn into like a little hole for us, I guess, to hold some water. And I'm going to have it down low enough, and I'm going to use a lot of dynamite to get it done, but I'm going to have it down low enough where the water is going to flow from in here down and fill up this little pool, and that should keep most of this green, assuming I forget to raise the floodgate before it dropped. Other thing that I wound up doing, I put a large warehouse in here because we were running out of storage space, and especially once these farms get rolling, that's going to be an issue. As well as just created a couple more water pumps. Because last dry season we did run out of water, and that's happened the last couple. So I have some down one level lower, so that should definitely help us to get things going. And I also do have these here to build another 2 should we need it, and I'll probably just get those built and have them on standby. And then just a couple small like housing upgrades, which let's just build another house, I guess. There and there. Cool. So we're just going to slowly expand this one, as I talked about in the last episode. Don't want to go too crazy with it, because at some point I'm going to run out of food and other resources. So let's just detonate all this stuff super quick. Cool, and we'll just start placing down some more. I do have 12 dynamite in this district, I believe. Maybe not in this district as a whole. Let me actually check that. Yes, I have 12. And this brings us to our central district. We got a lot of things just kind of wrapped up all at the same time that we were waiting on. So we have a large windmill, or another large windmill over here. We were waiting on this one for a while, but this should help kind of keep power levels where we want them, at least during the wet season when we have all these wheels with us. We also built another underground warehouse over here, as well as a builder's hut, which nobody's employed in yet, but that's fine. We have a bunch of babies that are coming. Oh, there we go. Because I'm noticing a lot of these buildings in here are just having a hard time getting the resources that they need. So I think having this set up, and I might even have it so that way all of the... I guess that's probably about it. Yeah. Okay, so I did turn the carrots and the berries off just because I don't want to waste those, because those are not useful down here at all. Or at least the potatoes and grilled potatoes, bread, etc. They get... Actually, potatoes don't get processed down here. So we're going to turn those off as well, because I don't want those taking up any space either. Cool. So this is all just going to be stuff for getting processed down here. Most of it's going to wind up being wheat, and I expect that, so that's perfectly fine. wheat, bread, flour, all that. But I just don't want it filled up with anything that isn't going to be beneficial to this area down here in any way, shape, or form. Other thing I did is I just got some dynamite ready here, so that way I could wind up just putting some more water pumps in here at a later date, just kind of getting things ready. We have about 4,000 water, so we're full on all of our water tanks in the district. I don't even know. I guess this one's not technically full, but whatever. So yeah, let's build a couple extra large water tanks over here. Let me just figure out how I want to get all of these fit in, because I don't think if I do that... Unless I build some platforms, which I am not opposed to save some space, but no, that blocks off the door, so I can't do that. Alright, that's fine. We don't need super duper efficiency. We do have a lot of space available to us, so this should all be okay. Let me just place, I guess we'll start with those 4. And we can do funky things to the pathways as we need to. Just connect everything up super quick. Nice. But like, I'm not opposed to knocking off one of these pathways in here to get one more in. We could just have a path in there, but that'll get us started. Ooh, crap, I didn't lower this. Let me do that real quick. Or raise it, rather. I think it might be worthwhile building a little beaver statue in here. Because I know it's only a 5% increase in... Ooh, let me just double check this. I think it's a 5% increase in working speed. Yes. But 5% over the long term of this whole dam here is going to be good. It'll add up really, really quickly. And you have nothing to do, so that's fine. We can just have you chilling in there because these should be another few days on that. Ooh, and let's turn this water pump off, actually. And then with that, we're going to start transporting some water again. Unfortunately, there is a lot of stuff to do when the dry season starts. But yeah, we have about 7.5 days left, or exactly 7.5 days left, I should say, on the dry season. So we should be fine. We have, again, 4,000 water, so that should be more than enough. And we do have pumps. So like these 2 pumps, yep, these 2 pumps right here. Those are going to be able to pump for us throughout the entire dry season. So as long as we're able to maintain a high stock of water going into it, we should be fine. And then over here as well, we should be good on water. Yeah, we got about 300 water, which is more than enough. I would like to, at some point, probably build a couple large water tanks in this area, but I know we need gears for that. And I guess we could start transporting them once all of these are done. Wow, that's already like almost full. That's fantastic. So I guess water's not really going to be an issue anymore. So our reservoir is finally doing what it needs to do. And if I'm going to be dynamiting this stuff here, I may as well knock all of it down one more level, just to have all of the water pumps at this level, because, you know, why not? And I think that should be okay, but it's going to be a little bit. I'm not going to rush that or anything, so. And we're still getting paper super, super slowly, unfortunately. So let's try to get that figured out. Is it just because... I think it's just because I don't have logs coming in. Okay, not a problem. Let's actually... We'll prioritize one of these by haulers. That means that it's going to always stay full with paper. Because paper, A, it's a building resource for us. B, we need some dynamite. And C, it will help us get some more beehives if we decide to do that. So, and plus we're going to want to do some windmills as well. So I think that's probably a smart idea. Everything else resource-wise seems to be okay, given the fact that we have pretty limited wood. And especially once this... Ooh, how are these doing? Because I built a couple houses as well. Oh, they're not connected. Let me do that real quick. There we go. But yeah, so once I get this place all set up, ready to go, which we, again, should have a whole bunch of wood coming in soon, that's really, really going to speed up the entire process here. The other thing that I did, I got rid of all the fields over here. To be honest, I don't really need them. I'm doing perfectly fine in food. with the 8,000 food that we're maintaining. And if I need to, I imagine the Drought Defenders District would have a little bit of food that they could send over if needed. But we should be fine because like I have 1,100 wheat, there's 1,300 potatoes, so it's just a matter of getting them processed. I have also been thinking loosely with the idea of expanding this out one more block, but I don't know that I'm necessarily gonna need it. It's just kind of like once this is all set. Actually, because then I'd only have to... Yeah, so we'll just leave it for right now if I need more in the future. It won't be too much more expensive to widen it versus what we already have, and we're not going to be wasting too many blocks. Obviously, yes, there will be some blocks that we have to delete, but in the grand scheme of what we're trying to accomplish here, it's not all that bad. So I'm, as you guys just saw, I put a path there, so that way we can expand on this, and let's just put a path straight on, just like that. Nice. And then we'll just build up until this point, basically. And once that's done, we will get this area finished off. We'll delete these couple things and get this all wrapped up. But again, it's pretty far away. I just kind of rocking at 3 times speed here. Making sure we're good. Water level wise, we're up to 4,500 water now, and that's in the dry season, so not all of these pumps are even pumping. But it looks like we have just about all of these water tanks filled, which is phenomenal. The other thing I'm going to do is go ahead and finally get this second Flames of Progress down. Because aside from, like, these 2 buildings here, this is going to cover the entirety of our little industrial zone. Why are you all hungry? Oh, jeez. How are this many farms not enough to feed the beavers? Because I don't have anyone there. Okay. So, short-term solution, we're going to go ahead and bring some carrots back over here. And long-term solution, hopefully that beaver wound up, yes, in the grill, so that's good. All right, and everybody is super hungry, so hopefully I noticed that early enough. But we have, what was that, about 100, yeah, 150 potatoes just ready to go, so that should help. Hopefully. And then with the carrots being brought over from the main district, that should be good as well. So it's also actually looking like we need more lumberjacks somehow. I feel like these tree farms are not that big, but like we just we're not cutting all the wood, so I don't think I've ever seen like these last 4 or 5 get cut down. And then these are all full, so that's totally fine. Alright, food situation should be good. Okay. And we're rising up again. I did also put a little water tank in here because I figured we have quite a few beavers that their job is to go from this building over here to back and back just to bring logs. I will need some more dynamite, but let's get this stuff blown up real quick. I'm probably going to go down 2 or 3 blocks here just to ensure that it stays full throughout the throughout really any dry season. I guess something like this probably isn't too big. I'll just have the one wide path going from here and then just straight on down. And let's build another path so that way they can access some of this stuff easier. And like, I'm very curious why like these 3 potatoes are drying out when everything around them is not. Interesting. Because that's good. I got nothing on that. But this little thing over here should help us out a little bit. And I'm going to actually... Let's go ahead and just transfer over some more dynamite. I know it's going to take a while because we don't have any paper backlog over here because we went through it all. But it looks like we're finally starting to get back into the positive on the paper. Cool. And then this is done as well. So let's go ahead, detonate that. We're going to pause the game super quick. Not that it's really going to matter. And we're just going to pop down a floodgate. A floodgate over here is just going to help us control the water level in this little area. Because as I was talking about in the last video, the dam, if I put a dam in, it's just never going to wind up going in. So like water is never actually going into this from this dam. But this dam can help let it out if it winds up getting too high for whatever reason. So it's a good little valve, and it will definitely hold back all of the water. Plus it lets the beavers walk on this, which is definitely good with where it's located, because this is a pretty important little pathway here, obviously. So I think let's go ahead and put all of these down, and we'll just get a path, and we'll make all of this the highest priority, because I want this done. We have 17 children in this district with 12 unemployed, so that's telling me we can use more builders, I guess. And let's even let's fill this up real quick. I don't need this farmhouse anymore because that's doing absolutely nothing. And I guess let's just build one more builder's hut. Fits perfectly in here, almost like I planned it, which, you know, totally did. And is there anything else that might be worthwhile building? I guess maybe more campfires over here probably wouldn't be a bad idea. At least for right now. I guess I could put one down here. That would be a pretty good use of it. That's a 3x3. Don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. But let's, oops. Clicking the wrong things. Let's go ahead, connect this up to our road network. Something like that should be fine. Go back up to the top. Cool. So we'll start building on that, and that will help keep everybody happy. Because I don't remember what the campfire does. Let's see, campfire. Increases fertility, so I guess not super important, given the size of our city at the moment. But that's okay. We will make it all work. And these trees should be, yes, like one to 2 more days should be perfectly fine. So we should have some dynamite flowing in slowly. Water supply, we appear to be doing fine still. We got 4,000 water, so that is perfect. And the Flames of Progress, we have 38 planks in there. So that's going to take a little bit, but that's fine. It's not necessarily something that I need / is super duper critical to the entire operation. So, yeah, so that'll just kind of happen when it happens, and it will be a bonus. I'm definitely going to go ahead and just put some more large water tanks over here, though. Let's see where good spots are. I suppose probably there. And again, just trying to keep this relatively space efficient. I'm not going to go out of my way to like move a bunch of stuff to make this work. Guess I just can't put one there. That's fine. Oh, no, I can't. Never mind. But I guess, do I need this builder's hut? Probably not. So I could turn that one into one as well, but that should be good. We got another, what, 5? Yeah, another 5 going. So they'll work on that as they can. And that's just going to keep on destroying our gears and planks, but that's not a worry, because we have plenty of those. And I'm going to go ahead also and finally do this thing that I've been talking about for what feels like forever. I just put some planks, or platforms, excuse me. We're going to put some platforms to fill this up. So that way we can put some wind turbines or really whatever else we feel like putting down in this area, because we are going to need more power eventually. So may as well just do that now. And that should help reach all of this stuff, I think, with that pathway. But we should be able to get another like 2 or 3 windmills in here, as well as all of the power shafts. So that's cool with me. And you guys can see I haven't really even shown this off much, but just by putting the water up to here, all of this is green now. Whereas before the line went something like that, right? Or maybe it was even more like that. At any rate, This is all turning green, so that's fantastic. And oh, this is done. Cool. But yeah, so we'll be getting most of this green, and once we get a whole bunch of dynamite, delete this path. This is useless to me now. Even though a lot of beavers seem to be using it, I could use that space for other things. Like, I guess just make more carrots. Even though it's just talking about how I don't really need more food, but I'm not going to use the space for much else. We finally have a nice stockpile of wood here. I'm going to actually give them more beavers. This colony seems to be doing really well out here, so let's give them some more beavers. Once everything winds up getting sorted, and we get the reservoir done, I'm probably going to, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit more. Yeah. So I'm probably going to put the district center somewhere in the middle of the lake with platforms and such. That's probably the best spot, unless maybe I put it over here. And then I'm going to move the housing. So all of these houses here, those are just very temporary for us as we build. And I do plan on destroying those and making new houses once the reservoir is done. Let's actually let's do one more here, because then I can get a builder's hut up here, as well as make sure we have, because I want to leave like 1 or 2 unemployed beavers in this district, because I don't want any issues, like if somebody winds up dying or something like that. And with about half a day left in the dry season, you can see we're down to about 3,600 water. And food has maintained the same, so that's not the end of the world. And then hopefully we can keep the water level up higher this time. Because I know the last time the water level wound up going a little bit higher because we just weren't pumping for the last couple days. So hopefully eventually once we get all this taken care of in here, that's going to help with that. Because this district should be more or less... Ooh, that's good to know. That these are all drying out. Okay, so let's detonate all of these. But anyway, so this... I got distracted by things, by the dynamite and the drought. But these should be food and water efficient again, I think, hopefully. Assuming all of these don't dry out. But yeah, we should definitely be water efficient with these 4 pumps that we have here. So we won't need to worry about that. And then food will just need to be seen. Because if the city can provide all that food, I'm not super worried about it. As much as it would be nice to have everything be self-sufficient. This is going to be a pretty deep hole for us, and I'll probably even put like a floodgate on the end. I guess I don't really need that. It's gravity fed, but that should, again, hopefully keep all this done, and I can even just kind of expand this out into like a little river or something. So let's go ahead and lower this all the way down. And I guess we're just going to hope that that gives us some more water. If I need to knock this down one more, I could. I don't really want to because I'm going to have to delete all of this stuff to make that happen, but yeah, all of these potatoes are dying. But that's okay. I think we're doing okay on food. Yeah, we got about 100 potatoes in the backlogs, as well as about 300 ready to go. So should be good. Let's make that go away. I don't want to see grilled potatoes. There we go. And I guess here we're just kind of waiting on the dynamite to get placed, which is fine. And things are coming along. Oop, crap. I forgot to lower this. I do this every single time. I forget to lower it, and our entire top section floods. But that's fine, and that shouldn't... Hopefully once I get the reservoir done... Or not the reservoir, the aqueduct. That should help as well. Oh, geez, I'm spilling a lot of water. Is it going down a little bit? Cool. Alrighty, sorry guys, you're all having to walk through water. It's a good thing you're beavers and you all know how to swim. Otherwise, that would be a really bad time. I like the progress we've made so far. Feels like we've actually gotten a whole bunch done for the first time in a while. So we're just waiting on... Yep, all this is just going to flood. Pretty typical for the first couple days of the wet season. As the water rushes over, it has to figure itself out, but that is not a problem. Yeah, and it looks like we're good. At some point with all these water pumps, there is a small chance that this dam that we built forever ago will finally actually be needed at the height that it's at. I hope, because I do want to see some water start to flow over here. I think that would look really cool. And then that should hopefully be tall enough. Let me double check that real quick, because I hope I don't need to add one more height. Oh, yeah, no, I should be good with the dams. But I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that, because I don't want all of this to flood. Okay. Ooh, and the dynamite is done. Let's actually check real quick. I have 22 dynamite in this district, so that's awesome. And I guess let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, that should be okay. Unfortunately, I will need to put stairs going down here at some point, because I'm not going to be able to reach that one. That's the only block I can't reach from where I currently have, but that's fine. We can worry about that later. I can just put a quick little stairs down once everything else is at the level that I want it. But yeah, otherwise things are looking good here. I'm very happy. We have storage and stuff here. I'm gonna go ahead and check in on everything super duper quick. How is this doing? 170. So that's coming along. Ooh, the dynamite's done. Let's go ahead and blow that all up. And again, I think let's just bite the bullet, go down one more layer once we get enough dynamite to do so. So that way they can all be at the same level as this, and I'm going to destroy these two, and then I can rework this pathway pretty easily to make that all work. Ooh, we're down to 2,700 water in this district. That's fine. All these pumps are starting to go now, so that should help. Wow, look at how far they've gotten. We started the episode, they were like here, and I think here. That's phenomenal. And this is going to help us out a lot as well, getting all of these done. And let's actually go ahead and prioritize the beaver statue here, so that way that can get done quicker. And I'm almost wondering if it would be worthwhile... because if I put... Yeah, if I make like a little platform here, even like a dam at that level and then platforms on top, I think it might be worth doing, because then we can get... Can I even put a platform on top of a dam? Let's see. I know I've tested this before, but I don't remember the answer. I can, cool. But if I have that little gap there, this is all going to fill in, and I can use this for farmland as well, or trees. And then this can be... Yes, so I think we might wind up doing that. And then I could even have... I could raise the height of this and just flood all this area and turn this as well. So there are possibilities there. But I need to keep this open for the moment until these guys are able to survive by themselves. And they don't have food, so I don't want to do that quite yet, because I don't want this taking forever and then all of these beavers die because they're starving. We're just kind of using up logs as quick as we get them in this district. But that is okay, because eventually we'll be able to move them faster. But like, I have 300 logs in here, and it feels like we're just not moving them anything. So I guess we'll just add 2 more to the distribution post. And it might be time to expand this district again. But that is going to be something for the next video. Let me just get this real quick. I thank you all so much for watching. It is super appreciated. If you like the video, go ahead and drop it a like. If you like what I'm doing here on the channel with my videos, please think about subscribing on both of those. They are free. They're fantastic ways to let me know you guys like what I'm doing. I hope all of you have a fantastic day or night wherever you are at in the world. And as always, remember to do something kind.